Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Jess Buhler, and this is Dr. Elizabeth Olson, and we are going to talk to you today about, about starting to live a life a little healthier and starting that with a good foundation. And one of the foundational nutritional lines that we recommend is something called the Vitality Stack. And you've probably heard of other companies having foundational nutrition, but this is really a nutritional foundation that we feel surpasses anything else we've ever seen. And so we're here today to talk to you about that. Elizabeth and I both have backgrounds in chiropractic, and we both are very passionate about nutrition as well. So I'm going to let Elizabeth get started here, to start talking about the Vitality Stack.
Jessica, really motivated this month, wanting to.
It's cutting out.
Line different types of doctors and see different patients and talk to their families and see how heartbroken people are. I'm just ready to start talking prevention and start moving forward with people. And I think it's confusing when you see all this science and you don't really know where to start. You just know that you need to start. So the Vitality Stack is definitely something that we want to recommend, and we want everyone that we can to get onto it as quickly as possible. So what is a Vitality Stack, right? We want to start with the 4 major health issues, of course, that most people are dealing with and wanting to prevent for sure. And that starts out with, of course, how our cells are functioning. And it also starts out with our oxidative stress load. And just to put it simply, oxidative stress can be basically inflammation on a cellular level. So the first product that handles that in our Vitality Stack is the Protandim NRF2. So Jess, do you want to talk about another product?
Yes. So oxidative stress, like Elizabeth said, is definitely the #1 problem. And it doesn't matter whether you're 18 or you're 95, you have oxidative stress happening, that cellular stress. And so we know everyone has that. That's universal. It's not like when we're talking about, like some people have dry skin, some people have oily skin, some people are losing their hair, some people have too much hair, some people have, issues that vary, and oxidative stress is very universal. So everyone has that issue. But the second issue that I want to talk about is something called mitochondrial dysfunction. And so when we talk about the dysfunction of our mitochondria, we're really talking about the energy producing powerhouse part of our cells. So this is basically the engine. If we were comparing this to a car, this would be the engine. And so if your engine isn't running very well, we know that your cells are not going to be doing whatever their function is the way that they should. And so really, when we look at this on a simple level, really simple. It doesn't matter what system in the body the cell is in. It just means that it's not doing its job. So we see a lot of conditions that are specifically linked to mitochondrial dysfunction, but for the most part, and maybe I think Dr. Elizabeth would agree too, that a majority of the people that we see with mitochondrial dysfunction are just tired. They're fatigued. They have a lack of mental clarity. They don't have the energy to do their normal daily things, much less have the effort to put in extra, doing extra things in their spare time or doing that intense workout. They're just kind of muddling through life. And so when we can upregulate the function of our mitochondria with NRF1 Protandim, we really, we get that 1-2 punch with NRF2, and then bringing down that cellular damage, and then with NRF1 increasing the function of those cells.
Absolutely. The next thing we move on to with most people then is their immune function and their gut health. And that comes into play with so many need to intern through our immune health as well as body metabolism. We're looking for a probiotic, and we have this great probio that not only has this Wellmune that helps us get with the strains. Is it a connection error again? Okay.
Yes,
Sorry
but
about
it worked.
I'm trying to keep going through it.
Yes.
Having some technical difficulties, but pushing through it. We also have this great lining on this product that gets a probiotic to where it needs to be in the end part of our gut, into the large intestine, into the small intestine, gets it past the stomach acid. So these good probiotic can actually function for us.
Yes. And so, and then along with that, and kind of paired with that too, and Dr. Elizabeth and I have both used in ourselves and in our practices for a number of years, a good probiotic, and then along with that has been a good fish oil. And these two products are just standby products, and the years of research on these two are far exceeding any other supplements out there. And so fish oil, good fats, I mean, a fatty imbalance, that's what I would say are the fourth problem is. And that is that most of our diets have way too many omega-6s in them. And so with our Omega Plus product, we have omega-3s, EPA and DHA, and omega-7 and vitamin D3. And this is so vital for our cognitive function, you know, really with our brain, we need these good fats. And then also with our immune function and our cardiovascular health. And so again, you know, when we're talking about biohacking with our NRF2 and NRF1 getting in there to affect our gene expression, and then biohacking our gut with our probiotic, when we get into this fatty component, we're talking about biohacking our cell membranes, because we want all of our cells to be fluid and healthy, and that makes for better connectivity, smoother digestion, a heart that's not so stressed and taxed. So these four issues, they now come in this conveniently packaged Vitality Stack. And you'll see here we have our NRF2 and NRF1 on the right. In the middle, we have our ProBio. And then here we have the Omega Plus. And then if you look on the back, you'll see these guys are individual in here. NRF2 and 1 are together. ProBio and Omega are by themselves. When you find a stack that is all in one, the fish oil tends to become oxidized, which makes it rancid, especially if it's been on the shelf for any amount of time. And the purity of our fish oil is so significant, and we want you to have the purest form. We want to make sure that this stays in a good state, and that is why it is individually packed like that. But it also comes in bottles. You don't have to get the stacks, but these are a convenience for sure. For the four biggest problems, we have four solutions.
Absolutely. So we just want to motivate everyone at this point, especially the situations that I want you to start thinking prevention, and I want you to start thinking about creating your own outcome. This is a beautiful place to start with this Vitality Stack. Any questions that you have regarding quality or effectiveness of these products, the science just completely backs it. So.
Yes, and there's, you know, and the thing about it too is that a lot of times what happens is people wait until they have a medical crisis. You know, they have a significant incident. They wait until they have a symptom or a condition or a disease to do something. And then it's just going to take you so much longer to get back to that level of high functioning again. So it's not only about creating more years in your life, but it's about creating more life in those years. So while you're here, you're feeling some vitality, you know, you're feeling like you can keep up with what you want to get accomplished. And it doesn't matter what your goals are. You need a healthy Vitality Stack, a foundational nutrition line to get you there.
Absolutely.
So that's it for us today. We'll try again and hopefully have a better connection the next time we do this.
Yes, absolutely.
But we definitely, you know, reach out to us. We want to help you in your health and just inspire you to know that you do have the power to take control of your health. And there are so many ways that you can do that. And this is just one very big and important step. All right. Have a good day.